Noise. All right, so part 3 is how do I color something that has no color? So I'm going to go to Google and search for a black and white photo, and I'm just going to click on open image and move that computer out of the way so I can see better. And let's open up the Golden Gate Bridge in black and white. Yeah, that one. A full HD image is what oh, nice. Look at that. So I have a black and white photo, but I want it to have some color. How on earth am I going to do that? I want the sky to be nice and blue. If you have ever seen the Golden Gate Bridge, it is a red color, like super bright red. And obviously the ocean is blue and the hills are like green and brown and the rocks are kind of brown. So those are probably the colors I'm going to be adding. And what I want to do is add a new layer, and I'm just going to use my paintbrush. So I click on the plus over here. It's just going to be an empty layer. And there it is. So now I'm going to get my paintbrush. I'm going to pick a new color. So I'm going to pick red. And I'm going to zoom in over here. If I use spacebar, I can click and drag while I'm zoomed in without using my drawing tool. And I'm just going to start painting. Oh no, what happened? It's just painting right over it. That's fine. This one does not have the smart detection, so I'm going to have to be super careful. That's why I zoomed in to just a certain area. So to differentiate between like the rail and the sky might be a little more difficult. I can change my brush size down to really tiny, like even 1 pixel if I wanted to, and then zoom in way far, and I can just get the rails to be red. Yeah, that would be a lot of work, but I could do it. I'm not going to. Sorry. I'm just going to have it be a little bit over this edge. So then I'm going to zoom back out, and I'm just going to go over the edge a little bit, because why not? All right, so I have red started. Let's say I want to add some blue too. It's like a dark bluish color. Let's make it a little darker. For the water, I'm just going to paint that over that just so you can kind of see what's going to happen. And then I'm going to get a lighter blue for my sky. And just kind of paint that up there. The clouds are going to stay white if I... Actually, maybe I'm going to do that differently. Let's don't do the sky right now. All right, so I have my 2 layers, and I just painted right over it. There's a merge, or not a merge, a blending mode that lets me multiply or overlay or darken or all these different choices. So when you click it, I picked multiply, and you can see the red went on to the bridge. If you pick screen, you can see that's a different way. You can pick overlay. Overlay looks pretty good for the red. You can pick darken. That looks pretty good too. Lighten, not so much. So maybe, actually, I think I'm going to have to do it separate for the bridge and the water. I think soft light is good on the water. And I think... overlay. Yeah, overlay is probably better for the bridge. So what I'm going to do is add a different layer for each of my things I want to color. So then I can also go back to the blend mode and pick soft light. And then instead of that blue that was on here, which I'm just going to erase now, pick a bigger brush. So I'm getting rid of my blue that's on layer 2. And now I'm going to go back up to layer 3 and use my paintbrush, change it back to a different blue. And I'm going to paint that, and you can kind of see how it adds color to my ocean. So if it's not the exact blue you like, you can change it. That's totally fine. So the blend mode I picked for the water was soft light. It seems to be pretty good. I'm going to add another layer, an empty one, and this will be my sky. So let's pick a different blue. I don't know, super bright, because why not? So I'm just going to color over it and see what I get. Even I'm going to color over the clouds too, because why not, just to see what happens. So I don't have any blend mode selected. I'm going to click on the three dots and just go through and find which one works the best. Multiply doesn't quite work because it changes the clouds. Screen does pretty good because now the clouds are still white. Overlay, it's all right. It makes the sky nice and blue, but it also changes the clouds to blue as well. Darken, no way. Lighten looks pretty good. Maybe it's not quite the right sky color, so I can change it to a different blue. Color dodge, ooh, color dodge looks pretty good for a sky. It's kind of like glowing almost. Doesn't that kind of look more like a sky? Like the sun is shining on it because the clouds are super bright. Nice. That looks pretty.
It's blinding me.
Right? So that one looks a lot better to me.
I'm gonna turn down my screen brightness.
So yeah, those cables and stuff, that's going to be a bit tricky. I'm going to have to zoom in and go there. So for the sky, I picked, what did I pick? Dang, that looks really good. Okay, that was color dodge for the sky. And I picked a blue. Maybe the ocean could be a little different blue. I'm not quite sure I like that one. But the bridge looks good. That red is pretty good. And that is the overlay mode. Layer 3 was the water, and it was a soft light. And the sky was color dodge. So you can also rename your layers. So it says name right there. I'm just going to name it sky. That way I know what I am doing for each of my layers. Water. And this last one is bridge. So yeah, I've been adding a ton of layers here. That way I can only edit like one thing at a time. And if I make a mistake, it's not like I made a huge mistake and I can undo things. Use Control Z to undo. Yep, you can go up here to edit. There's your undo, and it has your shortcuts right next to it. So Control Z is right there. Yeah, brilliant, right? So let's find the best one for, oh man, so you can see there's green and probably brown back here. So I'm probably going to do two separate ones. Getting a brown is more like an orange, and then just going to brown from an orange color. So I'm just going to make a new layer, and this is going to be my ground. And that'll be brown. I have to change my brush size down a bit and see what that looks like. Change it down a bit some more. So I'm just coloring brown. And if you go outside the edges, that's fine. You can always use your eraser tool to fix it up and make it look better. So like if you go over the tree by accident, whatever, it's fine. You can go in with your eraser and fix it up. So what blend mode do I think? Lighten? Nope, you can't even see it. Darken? Nope, now it's just brown. Color dodge? Hey, color dodge is pretty good. Color burn? No way. Hard light, that's pretty dark. Soft light? Soft light's pretty good too. Difference is weird. Exclusion is weird. That doesn't do anything since I don't have a hue, since it's black and white. Color. Look, blend mode color. That looks pretty good. It's a nice tan color. Let's change this to green. And now I'm going to add a new background for my trees. T-R-E-E-S, trees. Brilliant. So now I'm just going to color a green area over my trees. And I think That same blend mode was pretty good. Let's see if color. It's kind of bright for trees.
Are
Maybe
we all
color
going to
palette.
do the bridge?
No, you guys can pick your own black and white image.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I think overlay so that they're nice dark trees. So you guys get to pick your own blend modes, your own black and white image. You just go to Google, search up a black and white image, and you guys are going to colorize it, is what I'm going to call it. So I will have a new lesson for you where you just colorize. It can be something simpler if you want to. That's fine. I know this image has a ton of different color in it. You could pick like a portrait of a person. You could pick maybe some flowers or something. Anything like that.